Well, welcome everyone to our yoga practice. So let's just put one hand on our heart and one hand on our belly and just take a moment to find stillness, just to settle in. We're just going to settle in. We're just going to be nice and still and quiet. Maybe close your eyes.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm going to share my screen. And here we are. All right, just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Take a look at the pictures. And here we are. Hello, April. Always keep moving forward, pushing your limits, and remember each obstacle is a chance to grow, to learn from the past, and thrive. And you know what they say, April showers bring May flowers, right? So here's a little picture of rain, umbrella, rain, and a duck. And every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. So just remember that. And hopefully that rain will nurture the garden of loving kindness that you can help it too. And you remember what the April challenge is, right? Just taking a moment to do some breathing every day before bedtime. So practicing the breathing practices yourself or anyone you like. So I've given you, I didn't send it to you, but when I send you the link, you will get this one, which we will look at. So pranayama, remember that word, that Sanskrit word. Pranayama means breath work. So I will be sending you this one, gratitude breath. Now, isn't that nice? When you have gratitude, it really makes you happy, right? And I will be sending you gratitude breath. And you just take a moment every night, just stop and think what you can be grateful for. Something that you can be grateful for that happened to you that today. I will send that to you when I send you the link. So right now we could take a moment just to be grateful. Just take a moment, take one breath and one thought of gratitude. And of course, we'll do it later as well, but that's what we're going to do every night for a week. Now, here we go. Here is our meditation time. So sit nice and tall, sit comfortably. I have the blossoms because it's springtime. I haven't seen any blossoms yet, but they'll be here soon. So I invite you to sit comfortably, soften your gaze or close your eyes. Breathe in and just let it out. Let's check in with our bodies. Notice if there is tension anywhere. Take a breath in and just let it out. Maybe there is a place in your body that feels relaxed. Gently place a hand there and send it some loving kindness. Just take a breath in and let it go. Now I invite you to place your hand over your heart, connecting to your breath and feeling your heart space. Now notice how your breath feels. Notice how your heart feels. Now I invite you to cradle one hand in the other. You may give your hand a squeeze or a massage. How does this feel? Now I invite you to hold your other hand and cradle it or massage it. Notice how this feels. Now I invite you to hold your opposite elbows with your hands. You may feel like giving yourself a hug. Just notice how it feels. Now just let your hands rest wherever you feel most comfortable. Now just take some deep breaths in and out. Just be grateful for your body and all it does for you during the day. Just enjoy this moment of relaxing, watching the blossoms, just listening to the music. There. So, of course, we always do this. Every week, we just remind ourselves what yoga is all about. It helps us to let go of things. It helps us to be patient with yourself and with others. And of course, it helps us to accept who you are and accept other people. And of course, we're going to mention that word again, gratitude. We always notice and acknowledge what we are grateful for. When we do that, that's such a positive thing, and it's always good to think about positive things. When we do that, it makes us happy. So, Jennifer, can I ask you to take a moment just to be grateful for something? As always, I start with an empty basket, but then you girls fill my basket with gratitude. Now, Claire. And Sarah. and Megan. And as always, I end up with gratitude in my basket, which is great. Thank you so much. Remember, when you go to sleep tonight, just take a moment and have a breath, have a pause, and be grateful for something that happened. Flowers need time to bloom, so do you. Hopefully soon we'll be seeing our flowers. I went to my lot on Sunday and the birds were singing. That was such a nice sound. So birds and flowers, they will be here soon, which is lovely. Okay, now I'm sure you know what is happening. Very soon, it's going to be Earth Day on the 22nd. And of course, every time it's Earth Day, I read this book because it's so it just fits in with Earth. Because I Am One, it's a book of action and it's dedicated to everyone. You make a difference. And to Greta Thunberg, who showed the world the power of one young person. And of course, she advocates for us looking after the environment. So here we go. Here we are. How do I make a difference? It seems like a tall order for one so small. But beautiful things start with just one. One seed to start a garden. One stroke to start a masterpiece. One note to start a melody. One step to start a journey. One brick to start breaking down walls. And I can speak one gentle word to start a conversation. I can use my one soft voice to start a friendship. I can perform one act of kindness to start a connection. I can share one tender hug to start caring. I can light one candle to start leading the way. And there is a candle there. There it is. I can make one drop in the water to start ripples that become swells, then waves, traveling over oceans, across borders and boundaries, landing on distant shores, to start a chain reaction, inspire a movement, make a change. I am one, and I can take action. We are each one, and we can take action. One by one, we can make a difference. Because one is all it takes to start something beautiful. And why don't we just take a moment, put one hand on our hearts, one hand on our bellies, and just think of one thing that you could help with, or a change you want to see in the world, or in your neighborhood, or wherever it is. What do you think that needs changing? Like the book says, you're just one, but it only takes one to start change. And remember, no act is too small. You can be that pebble causing a ripple that will reach far and wide. You are one, and that is how it starts. There. It's a nice book. Very appropriate for Earth Day. There. Now, Kathy's here, which is lovely. And Megan's here, which is lovely. So now we will go to, I will go to the mat. You are already there, some of you. Here we are. So we are our change, how we can change and make ourselves feel better. So get nice and comfortable. Sitting up tall. One hand on our hearts, one hand on our bellies. Notice how you're feeling. So today we're thinking about the earth and how we're grateful for the earth. And how we're grateful for the rain and the birds that sing. Let's just start nice and slowly with our cat and our cow, moving backwards and forwards. Just very slowly and gently. Slowly warming up. And we're going to reach over. Nice long stretch. Ooh. And the other way. And the other way. And one more to the other side. And then hands on our legs, and we'll go back to our cat and cow. Forwards and backwards, curling into the cat. With our arms back, looking up into the cow. Curling into the cat. Now just find a little moment of stillness. Reaching up high. Reach, reach, reach. Roll that spine, and then let those arms drop. One hand on your knee, one hand behind you. Looking over your shoulder. Nice tall spine. Bringing in those tummy muscles. Up and over to the other side. Nice tall spine. Up and over to the other side. Nice and tall. Up and over to the other side. A nice big breath in. Breathe in, lift our arms up, and then let those arms come down nice and slowly as we breathe out. Take a long, long, long breath out. Hands back onto your legs. We're going to go backwards and forwards. Back into our cat and cow. So we moving the spine, our backs forward and back, and then we went side to side, and then we had a little twist. And now just bringing our backs into a straight line again. Whew, there we are. So our backs, our spines are all warmed up. So let's just bring our feet together. And hopefully soon we'll see butterflies. We'll just do our butterfly pose. Sitting nice and tall, feet together, bring your feet nice and close to your body. You can flap the wings of the butterfly, or you can just keep them still. Those legs together. Straighten your legs out in front of you. Just straight, straight, straight. Pull those heels away from you. Bring those toes towards you. Nice, sitting nice and tall. All right, now bend the knees. And we're going to come onto our hands and knees onto our tabletop. We need to move away any blocks or cushions. So, onto our tabletop. So knees are below our hips, hands are under our shoulders. And then we'll do a big hip rotation. Round and around we go. Let's go right down to our heels, over to the side, forward, a big circle with our hips. And when you're ready, we'll go the other way. Round and around we go. And then the other way. And then just have a rest in tabletop. Make sure those hands are under your shoulders and knees are under the hips. Now one leg's going to go up. One arm is going to go up in our balancing table. You might wobble, that's okay. You have to balance. Hand down, feet down. Then the other leg goes up. The other arm goes up. Balancing table. Hand down, knee down. Go back to the first side again. So one leg goes up, out straight. One arm goes up. Wobble, wobble. Hand down, knee down. Then the other leg goes out. And the other arm goes up. And then hand down, knee down. Now let's just drop our hips down. Straighten so our knees are together, straight arms. Stretch those arms. So this is extended child pose. So this isn't the resting one, this is stretching. Just hips are down, knees are together, arms are straight. And then we're just going to lean forward. And then just place your hand just a little bit in front, not very much. And then be ready to rock forward so your shoulders are over your hands. And push yourself back into that extended child's pose. Then rock forward so your shoulders are over your hands. And just push yourself back, letting the hips go down, straighten the arms. And then rock forward. Shoulders are over the hands. Walk yourself back. Hips go down, arms are straight. Then rock forward. So shoulders are over the hands. Then come back. Go back to tabletop. So you bring your hands under your shoulders. Keep your big toes together. And separate your knees. Let your knees go wide. Let your hips go down. Head goes down. And then just rest your hands, your arms on the mat. Rest your head on the mat. Your hips are down. Just melt into the mat. You have a little rest here in child's pose. And slow deep breath. Now just push yourself up nice and gently. Bring those knees together. Just come back into a tabletop position. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. We're going to go up into our downward facing dog. So hands on the mat or on blocks. Curl your toes under. Push your hips up into the air. Legs are straight, arms are straight. Stretching the backs of the legs. Stretching the arms. Downward facing dog. Walk those feet towards the hands. Touch the mat. Heads down. We're in a forward fold. The knees can be bent. And then you're just going to sweep those arms up. Bring your hands up. Reach overhead. And bring your hands to heart center. Perfect. And just take a moment to make sure your feet are nice and firm on the mat. So maybe lift, spread the toes, face them back down. Make sure your ankles are under your knees and your knees are under your hips and the hips are under the shoulders. We're going to do some sun salutations because one way we can be good to the earth is if we use solar panel power. And the sun gives us that. Here we go. We're going to up. Our arms are going to come down. Touch the mat. Heads down. Then lift our hands. Touch our knees with a flat back. Touch the mat. Head goes down. Sweep those arms up. Up. And bring your hands to heart center. Do that again. So up. And reach those arms down to the mat. Head down. And then lift. Hands to knees, flat back. Hands to mat, head down. Sweep those arms up. Reaching up high, bring your hands to heart center. Reach those hands up. Sweep the hands down. Touch the mat, head down. Touch your knees, flat back. Touch the mat, head down. Sweep those hands up. Bring your hands to heart center. Perfect. Now, right foot forward, left foot back. Nice and wide legs. Back feet, the back toes are pointing to the long end of the mat. Front toes pointing to the front end, the short end of the mat. Bend those knees, the front knee into a square. Make sure you can see those big toes. And arms go up. Look at those front fingers. Nice strong legs, nice strong arms. Keep those shoulders up. Keep those muscles here in your belly nice and firm. And then let's have a little rest on the front arm. Bring the back arm up, reaching over. Keep this shoulder up. So your arm is over your ear. Reach, reach, reach. How far you can go with that reach. And sweep back. into warrior two. And then peaceful warrior. Back hand goes down, front hand comes up. Look at your hand. And sweep back into warrior two. Leaving your legs nice and strong. Arms are strong. And arms go down. Point your toes so they face the same way. And then bend at the hips. Down to touch the ground. And then walk your hands past one foot. Bend that knee. Stretch the leg we've left behind. Walk your fingers back past the other foot. Bend that knee. Stretch the leg. Walk your hands past the other foot. Bend the knee. Stretch the leg. And back to the other side. Bend the knee. Stretch the leg. Come back to center. Hold your elbows. Let your head hang like a rag doll. And slowly slide your hands up your legs. Up to be a star. And then bring those arms down. Turn the other way. Bring that knee into a square. Make sure you can see those front big toes. Back toes facing the long end of the mat. Arms go up. Turn to face those fingers at the front. Strong arms, strong legs. Nice big breath in and out. Remember to keep nice and tall. Those shoulders are back. These muscles here in your belly are pulled in, keeping you nice and straight and strong. Rest our arm, reach over, bring the shoulder back, and just reach, reach, reach as far as you can go. And then sweep back into warrior two. And now peaceful warrior. So back hand goes down, front hand comes up. Don't forget that hand. Keeping nice and straight and tall. Back into our warrior two. And arms go down. Toes face the same way. Bend the knees, so you're just going to sit down. Sit down with a nice straight back, and then arms come up. We're in goddess pose. Those shoulders nice and straight and up. Nice straight back. We are in goddess pose. And then just straighten those arms, legs, let the arms come down. Bring those feet together. Maybe give them a little shake. And back into mountain pose. Hands on the back of your waist and just look up to the sky. Just a little bend looking up. A nice deep breath in. And back into mountain pose. Let's just take a moment here to make sure our feet are nice and firm on the mat. Our ankles are under our knees. Knees are under our hips. Hips are under our shoulders. Shoulders are just nice and soft. Arms facing forward. Maybe notice your jaw and your tongue. Just a nice yawn or open your mouth. Take away the tension. And then just give a big sigh. And again. I'm just going to face this way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm still in mountain pose. I'm going to reach up to the sky and swing my hands back. My knees bend. Head goes down. Wave to the sky. Sweep my hands back up. Bend the knees and stop in chair pose. Push up, look up, sweep those hands down, bend the knees, bend at the hips, head goes down, wave to the sky. Then bend the knees, push into the mat, sweep the arms up and stop in chair pose. Push up, look up, then sweep those hands down, head goes down, sweep the arms up behind you, wave to the sky, knees are bent. Then sweep those arms down, pushing into the mat. Bring the arms up. Arms are over the ears. You're in chair pose. Bent knees. And then push up. And then just let those arms come down as you breathe out. Nice and slowly. Let's get back on to the mat. Using our downward facing dog. So hands onto the mat. Straight arms, straight legs. Stretch, stretch. Remember you're a dog. Dog stretch. Cats do too, right? Just imagine what they do. Stretch those legs and stretch. And they have they don't have arms, so we're gonna stretch our arms and stretch our legs. And just bend those knees. Nice and slowly. We're gonna come back down to our tabletop. Keep your big toes together. Open the knees up. Let your hips go down. And you're gonna put your head down and have a nice rest in our child's pose. Melt into the mat. Feel relaxed. All those muscles are working hard now. They're just have a little rest. Here in child's pose. Just push yourself up. Bring those knees together. And then you can just sweep around, lie on your back. So onto your back. Lying on your back. And then push those hips up. And your feet pushing into the mat, hands pushing into the mat. You're lifting the hips up for bridge pose. Now let those hips go down nice and gently. And bring those knees up together. Give yourself a little roll. And put those feet down. Bring one knee up. Put the ankle on the other knee. So you've got a number 4 here. Arms facing up. Just feel the hips on the mat. Just let that knee fall away. Recline pigeon pose. Bring that knee up, give it a hug. That foot down, bring the other knee up, give it a little hug and help the ankle onto the knee. And palms are facing up. Just relax, just melt into the mat beneath you. Maybe you can do this pose in bed. Bring that knee up, give it a hug. Release that foot down. Now keep those knees together. Drop the knees to one side. Arms go out. Palms are up. Turn away from your knees. This is a Nice stretch and twist. It's called a supine twist. The calming pose, cool down pose. Bring those knees up together and then let them fall to the other side, away from the knees. Arms are out in a T. Take some deep breaths here. Those knees up so they face, point up to the sky. Bring the knees up, give them a hug, roll from side to side. Then put your feet down nice and slowly. You can roll onto your side so you can get ready for your Shavasana. Get yourself nice and comfortable for Shavasana. Just lying down and just be still for a moment, taking in a few deep breaths. Just close your eyes and think about melting into the ground. Just let go of any thoughts from your day. Just breathe and relax. Just notice your feet. Just relax your feet. Relax your lower legs. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. Relax your belly and your chest. Relax your hands, your arms, your elbows. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face, your chin, your mouth, your tongue, your nose, your eyes, and your head. And just be aware of your body. Is there any part of your body that's not relaxed yet? If there is, just think about that part of the body. And just help it relax a little bit more. And as you breathe in and out, just keep thinking to yourself, I am calm. I am grateful.
Okay.
Slowly start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Move your head from side to side. Roll over to one side. Push yourself up nice and slowly. Come up to seated. Just come up and sit. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. That's how you're feeling now. And we'll just start to do peace is in
me.
peace
Peace is in me. Peace is in me.
me.
Peace is in me.
Me.
Peace is in me. Peace is in me. Peace is in me.
And remember,
Peace is in me.
do your breathing before you go to bed. And tonight you'll be taking a moment, well, for the rest of this week, gratitude breath. Just take a moment to be grateful for the earth, all it gives us, right? So I'm
Okay.
grateful you came today to the practice. So here we go. And I get to share my love and kindness with you. Oh, I've got your love and kindness back. I'm gonna keep it in my heart till we meet again. So thank you for joining me. The light in me sees the light in you.
Namaste.
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 See you next week.
Oh, no. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Nona.
Bye, Megan. Bye,
See you
Carol.
on
Bye, Kathy.
Saturday for rhythmic gymnastics.
Yep. Bye.
Bye. Bye.